Gwe Ipchilidak. Bonjour, bienvenue, hello, and welcome once again to the beautiful Rath Eastlink Community Centre, the Community Credit Union Arena here in the lovely town of Truro, Nova Scotia. My name is Michael Petter. This is AO Live and a Petter Sports and Streaming production of the Nova Scotia Under-16 AAA Provincial Championship Tournament here, and in this game it is the 9th game of the round robin. And we've got the Cabot Highlanders taking on the Voyageurs Hockey Club. Highlanders come in with a record of 3-0. They have already clinched a berth in tomorrow's championship game. For the Voyageurs, they come in with a record of 2-1 and a chance to join the Highlanders in that game tomorrow. We'll run you through the rest of what's been going on here after some pregame introductions.
Prior to the start of the game, we would like to acknowledge we are Mi'kmaq, the traditional unceded territory of Mi'kmaq people. Today's game will be between the home team, the Voyageurs Hockey Club, and the visitors, Cabot Highlanders. We'd like to welcome Game 9, 7th skaters for the Voyageurs Hockey Club, Sarah Vandenberg of the Southern Colchester U11A.
So as was mentioned in that pregame introduction, we are here in the Rath Eastlink Community Centre within the town of Truro in the unceded territory of Mi'kmaq. And we've got this game between the Highlanders and the Voyageurs. Cabot Highlanders, as mentioned, 3-0 and already with a spot booked in the championship game tomorrow. And we'll take a look at the Cabot Highlanders starting goaltender. It's Mason Doucette getting the start for the Highlanders. They are the visiting team in this game in their blue jerseys with their green trim. Doucette with a record of 1-0 so far in the tournament, 2.0 goals against average, a .900 save percentage. And then as we span all the way down to the other end, we take a look at goaltender Logan Wallace making his 4th appearance, 3rd start. He's got a record of 2-1, a 1.54 goals against average, 1 win by way of shutout, and a .956 save percentage, stopping 85 of 90 shots in his 3 appearances so far in this tournament. Voyageurs, with a win, will clinch a spot in the championship game against the Highlanders tomorrow. If the Highlanders win, the Voyageurs would drop to 2-2, and then it'll all depend on what happens in the last game between the Kings and Armada, as well as how tiebreakers end up playing out, depending again on the result of that other game. So a lot still to be decided as we are underway here at the Rath Eastlink Community Centre. Wallace out of his net to play the puck as it was dumped in by Bowie. He'll fire it around the boards himself. Reddick gets to it at the line, fires a shot. That goes up into the glass, comes all the way around the boards to Austin Landry. He sends it down towards the corner. Now played back to the line for Campbell. He can't take that pass cleanly, however, and so the Highlanders have to touch up. That'll give the Voyageurs and their captain, Zachary Williams, a chance to move the puck ahead. Williams dump in, gets knocked down. It'll end up on the stick of Matthew McDonald. He fires a shot. That goes off the leg of Campbell and into the end boards. Austin Landry working along the end wall. He'll play it around to the near side corner. Picked up there by McInnes. I believe that is Jake McInnes. If you're not sure who has the puck, it's safe to say the name McInnes because there are 4 of them on this Cabot Highlander team. Davidson with the puck. And again, if I get the wrong first name on one of the McInnes players, I will not be doing it with any intent of ill will or anything along those lines. As we get a stoppage with 1:44 gone in the first period, icing the call against the Cabot Highlanders. Coming into this game, the Highlanders, as we mentioned, 3-0. Voyageurs 2-1. Sitting in third place right now and finished their round robin are the Fundy Thunder. They are 2-2. And depending on what the tiebreakers are, the Thunder desperately need the Highlanders to win this game. Highlanders, or the Thunder, just finishing a 3-2 victory over the Basin Armada about 20 minutes ago, or about half an hour ago, I should say, to get to 2-2 and keep their tournament alive. Kings Hockey Club 1-1, a win, a loss in regulation, and a loss in overtime. They are still alive, but they need help, as they also need the Cabot Highlanders to win this game. And the Basin Armada, the only team at this point that has for sure been eliminated from contention for being in tomorrow's championship game. They are 0-3 at this point. But again, the formula is pretty simple. If the Voyageurs win this game, then these two teams will meet again tomorrow at 10 a.m. to determine the Nova Scotia champion. If the Highlanders win this game, then the outcome of the game between Kings and Armada becomes monumental. And then depending on the outcome of that game, we may have to look at some tiebreakers coming into play. Jack McInnes plays the puck off of the boards. Picked up now by Tobin. That being Maddock Tobin. He gets the puck ahead to Vander Tobin. To Williams. Williams with a shot. Maddock Tobin looking for a deflection, but couldn't quite get his stick on the puck. Now it comes around to the near corner. Austin Landry takes a bump. 2 players with the surname Landry on the Highlanders as well, so trying to differentiate between those 2 big defensemen for Cabot. Puck played down into the V zone. Seabold back to get it. Now he brings it up the near wall, runs into some traffic, so he'll turn it back around to the near side. Puck ends up on the stick of John Hugh McInnes. His shot blocked by Seabold. John Hugh McInnes gets a second shot away. And that one goes high and wide, and then the puck held in the zone by Campbell. King on it there, but he has it knocked away from him, and Sparks will get it down the length of the ice. John Hugh McInnes back to pick up, right beside his own net. He gets taken to the wall by his fellow number 19, Owen Sparks. Now it's picked up again by John Hugh McInnes. He'll get the pass ahead for McHattie, and McHattie will get it deep into the Voyageur zone. Watt back to pick up for the V's. He takes a bump from McHattie, then comes away from the wall with the puck. McHattie still all over Watt. Watt able to work his way ahead. Puck gets to the line, but not out, held in. Now Reddick going after it down into the near corner. Takes a bump from both Seabold and Sparks. McHattie will come over to get onto the puck. It's knocked away. Now Barrett not able to clear the zone. Broussard will get on to the puck, and it comes away from the wall. Watt able to play it easily ahead to McKeegan, and McKeegan will come out, put the puck right on to Leo Doucette, who steers that one aside and into the corner. Austin Landry plays it ahead for Bowie. Bowie being watched by LaBelle. Austin Landry gets the puck back again, plays it around to the far side for Oliver. Oliver will get it to the line, not out, held in by Carew. He sends it down the wall. Oliver back on it again, and he'll get it around the boards to the near side. Matthew McDonald for the Voyageurs gets onto it first. We've also got one McDonald on each team in this game, so more common surnames to try and keep straight for everybody. Matthew McDonald gives Broussard a bump, and the puck gets up to, got up to Bowie. He was then bumped by LaBelle. But the Highlanders are able to get the puck down the length of the ice. Carew now will play it back out to center. Waiting for it there was Boyd. Boyd will come in. He ends up taking a bump from Carew. Boyd missed, I think, one of the games yesterday, maybe even both of them. And I don't think he played in the game this morning either. I don't recall seeing him this morning. So Boyd for the Highlanders has been in and out of the lineup a couple of times here, but back in the lineup for this one. Jewer couldn't get the puck under control, and it's dumped back in deep. Gauthier and Davidson battle for it. Now we're going to have our first penalty of the game, and it's going to go against Cabot as a delayed penalty coming up, and as the puck gets touched, we'll get that first call of the game. Hooking is the indication against the Cabot Highlanders with 8:07 left to go in the first period, and it is Davidson who's going to go off. And we can tell you that the Voyageurs Hockey Club's second best power play in the tournament so far, 3 for 7, that's 28.6%, going up against the league's, or the tournament, third best penalty kill. The Highlanders have the third best penalty kill in the tournament percentage-wise. They've killed off 4 out of 5, so an 80% penalty kill efficiency for the team from the Cabot Trail region of Cape Breton. Here's Carew with the puck. He'll play it down to Gauthier, back to Carew. Carew with the shot. That was going high, but not taking any chances. Gloving it down is netminder Mason Doucette. And we'll get a stoppage with 1:34 left to go in the power play and 7:41 remaining here in the opening period. If you're just joining us for the first time this weekend, it is a bit of a different format than the regular season has been. Instead of 3 20-minute periods, it's 2 15s and a 20. And we'll have just a quick change of ends between the first and second period, and then a full intermission between the second and third. Voyageurs forced back out to center ice. Now Sparks, that's 19, not 18, my apologies. Sparks bringing the puck in. Back to Williams. Williams with a shot, and that goes off the outside of the foot of the other captain. Williams, the captain of the Voyageurs, gets the shot off, and Austin Landry, the captain of the Highlanders, had that puck go off of his foot down into the corner. Here's Gauthier with it again. He'll skate it along the top of the zone. Gauthier comes to the near wall. Now he'll work his way down the wall, fires a shot. That misses the target, and Sparks not able to knock it down before it comes back out to center. 40 seconds left in the power play. Sparks turning it quickly back up ice. In across the blue line, has the puck knocked off his stick. Austin Landry will go get it in the corner, plays it around to the near side for Oliver. Oliver with a bit of room and time, able to launch the puck down the ice. 25 seconds left for the Voyageurs to work with the extra man. Played around to Jewer. Ethan Jewer tries to poke it ahead past McHattie, but McHattie there to knock that down. And McHattie still pressuring here on the penalty kill. Puck comes to Mitchell now. Maverick Mitchell. And away from the puck, we're going to get a penalty. Slashing is the indication, and it looks like it's going to be Williams going off. So first penalty of the game against the Voyageurs comes with 5 seconds left in their first power play of the afternoon. So the V's will go to the penalty kill 5 seconds from now. Highlanders will go to the power play in that much time. Highlanders power play third best in the tournament at 20% exactly, 2 for 10. And it's going up against the league's, or the tournament's best, power play, penalty kill. Let me start this whole sentence all over again because I messed it up so bad. Highlanders penalty kill. No, I messed it up again. Highlanders power play, which is now just beginning, is the third best power play in the tournament at 2 for 10, 20%. It's going against the tournament's best penalty kill, the Voyageurs, who have killed off 14 of 15, or 93% of the times that they have been shorthanded. Voyageurs have been shorthanded more than any other team in this tournament to this point. but they have not suffered as a result of that. Like I say, killing off 14 out of 15 times that they have been down a man. And their penalty kill continuing to work well here as LaBelle gets it down the length of the ice. 1:15 left to go in the man advantage, and back to get the puck, John Hugh McInnes. His pass for Hebb. Hebb wasn't quite ready for it, but Hebb is able to chase the puck down just outside his blue line. He's met immediately by Maddock Tobin, and the Highlanders have to back up. It's going to be John Hugh McInnes with it again. John Hugh McInnes gets the puck to Broussard. Broussard will come through in across the blue line, but cannot get between Carew and Witt. And Witt sends the puck out. It takes a bounce off of a stanchion right onto the stick of A.J. McDonald of the Cabot Highlanders. Here's A.J. McDonald with the puck again. He'll carry it up, working down the right wing side all the way into the corner, or towards the corner, and then tried to make a pass to Davidson, but that was broken up. Nice play there by Maddock Tobin to clear that puck out to center. 25 seconds left to go in the Highlander power play. In across the blue line, sent in by John Hugh McInnes. McInnes then had his stick knocked out of his hand. He throws his arms up in frustration as he's not going to get a penalty call out of that. Played across to the near side, picked up by A.J. McDonald, down into the corner. Centering pass for Broussard, but Carew right there to help break up that shot, and the penalty to Williams comes to an end. We're back to 5-on-5. Puck dumped back into the Voyageurs zone. Wallace out of his net to settle the puck there. He'll make the long lead pass himself up to Pay. Pay trying to set it up for McKeegan. McKeegan picks up, takes the puck down low, tried to make a centering pass. It goes off of King and now cleared as far as the wall. Seabold there. His shot, and a save made. Just enough of a redirection there. Now we're going to get another penalty as McKeegan gets tripped up. And take another look at this one here. Puck comes down towards the corner. McKeegan, you can see there, he trips up on the stick of Austin Landry. And so the second power play of the afternoon for the Voyageurs starts here with 3:40 left to go in the opening period of play. Still awaiting the first goal of this game. Every game that we've had in this tournament has been close. The largest margin of victory, a 4-goal game. That was really a 3-goal game with an empty netter. We had a couple of other 3-goal games, but really even 3 is not that big of a margin of victory. As you know, if you're talking about a 3-goal game, a couple of bounces, all the difference that it makes sometimes. Here's a pass across to Jewer as the Voyageurs continue to just work around the outside of the zone. There's a shot that goes off the glove of Doucette. Now behind the net worth it is Vander Tobin. He'll play it back to Jewer. Jewer sends it all the way around the boards to the far side for Maverick Mitchell. Mitchell takes the puck to the top of the zone, trying to get away from a couple of whacks by Jack McInnes. There's Jack McInnes, Jake McInnes, John Hugh McInnes, and Ryan McInnes. Broken stick out there on the ice. It was a Voyageur who broke his stick, McKeegan. Now McKeegan gets the puck back again. He'll work his way in, gets a shot away, the save made. And before McKeegan can get to Doucette to try and work that puck free, Doucette able to find it, cover up, and hang on for a stoppage. 40 seconds left in the penalty to Austin Landry. 2:20 remaining here in period number 1 of game number 9 out of 10 for the 2025 Nova Scotia U16 AAA Provincial Championship Tournament here at the Rath Eastlink Community Centre in Truro. It has been a fantastic couple of days of hockey. We still have the rest of this one more game at 6 o'clock this evening, and then the championship game involving these Cabot Highlanders. The question is, who will they be playing tomorrow to get the Hockey Nova Scotia banner? That puck deflected up over the glass and now to play. We'll get a stoppage. 20 seconds left in the Voyageur power play as they'll be stuck in their own zone for a defensive zone face-off. The Highlanders also know, win or lose from here on out in this game and tomorrow, that they will be at the Maritime Championships coming up soon, as they will be the host team for that. If the Highlanders win the tournament and win that championship game tomorrow, the way it was explained to me earlier this morning, if the Highlanders win the tournament, then the Basin Armada would get the Nova Scotia berth. As I try to explain that, the Voyageurs end up getting a power play goal. Actually, it's not a power play goal. The penalty had just expired. And let's take another look. McKeegan plays the puck back. Shot by Carew. Save made. McKeegan right there on the doorstep to get the rebound. And that is going to be an even strength goal for Caden McKeegan. His first goal, second point of the tournament, coming just after the power play had expired.
Voyageurs Hockey Club goal scored by number 18, Caden McKeegan. Assisted by number 6, Jonah Carew, and number 19, Owen Sparks. Time of the goal.
Jonah Carew with the initial assist for the shot from the point that was stopped, and the rebound coming down to McKeegan. Second assist goes to Owen Sparks on the goal. Again, first goal, second point of the tournament for Caden McKeegan, and the Voyageurs in front 1-0 here with a minute left to go in the first period. There's Beach trying to get a shot through. Campbell partly had his stick disrupted, so Beach's shot goes wide. Now McDonald gives to Beach. Beach turns. Save made by Doucette. Puck comes back to McDonald in the corner. He'll play it back to the line. Seabold right back down to Matthew McDonald again. Centering pass cleared away by Campbell. And now here's Bowie with the puck. He'll gain the center ice red line and dump it down into the Voyageurs zone. Seabold back to get it. Long lead pass ahead for Beach. He'll just deflect it down and he'll head off for a change. 22 seconds left to go in the first period. Puck comes around the boards and out to center ice. Mitchell waiting for it there. Maverick Mitchell gets it back in across the blue line. Ends up putting it onto the stick of A.J. McDonald of the Highlanders. Now around to Jake McInnes. Out to center ice. Link with it. Just 3 seconds left in the period. Williams will just eat the puck there for the last couple seconds. And about as good of a first period as you could ask for the Voyageurs, as not only do they get the only goal of the period, they get 8 of the 9 shots on goal in that period. Mason Doucette faces 8 shots, and Logan Wallace faces 1. So a big first period for the Voyageurs. They get the only goal that came at 13:22. Caden McKeegan's first goal, second point of the tournament from Jonah Carew and Owen Sparks. There were 3 penalties called in that period. 2 of them went against the Highlanders, 1 against the Voyageurs. Cabot 0 for 1 on the power play, and Voyageurs 0 for 2. Shots on goal, as we mentioned, 8-1 for the Vs. And when you look at an 8-1 shot margin, maybe the Highlanders counting themselves a little bit lucky that they're only trailing by a goal. Now, just to finish the thought that I had started earlier, right before the Voyageurs had scored, if the Highlanders win this tournament, the way it was explained to me earlier today, the Basin Armada would get the other berth for Nova Scotia for being the top team in the regular season within the Nova Scotia U16 AAA Hockey League in the province of Nova Scotia. It is a 4-team tournament, as I have been told, and now somebody else can correct me on this too if I'm wrong about that part. The Cabot Highlanders get in as the host team. The Nova Scotia champion. There's Jewer with a chance, and a big save made by Doucette. Puck cleared down the ice. The Moncton Thunderbirds will get in as the New Brunswick champion, as they won their series against the St. John Vitoes. And the winner of the series between the Eastern Dukes and the Western Rebels in Prince Edward Island will get in as the 4th team as the Nova Scotia champions. Now, if there is a 5th team that gets in, I was told, and again, I could be wrong on this, I was told it was a 4-team tournament, so the 3 champions and the host. But if I'm incorrect about that, anybody can certainly send me a correction. Here's Jack McInnes with the puck. He'll play it around behind the net to Boyd. Boyd plays it off the wall and out just past Watt. And coming out of the net to play it is Wallace, but Wallace's clearing attempt knocked down by McClellan. Puck ends up behind the net. Siebold will play it around the boards to the near side for McKeegan. McKeegan able to get ahead to Barrett. Barrett gets tripped up by Campbell, and that's going to lead to another penalty against the Highlanders. Their 3rd time going shorthanded in this game, as Owen Campbell tripping up the dangerous Landon Barrett trying to come into the Cabot zone. And so Voyageurs already with 2 power play opportunities in this game, now looking at their 3rd. Off of the draw, puck comes to the middle of the ice. There's Mitchell trying to get a shot away. It's knocked down before it can get towards the net. Played back to the line for Jewer. He'll take a look, being watched by King. Jewer plays it to the near side, intended for Mitchell. Mitchell couldn't take the pass, and it's cleared out down the length of the ice by McHattie. Back to get it is Williams, being chased by King. Williams will play it over to the near side for Maverick Mitchell. Mitchell in across the blue line. Mitchell down towards the right wing corner, tries to make a centering pass. That's broken up by McHattie, and McHattie will again send it down the length of the ice. Wallace gives to Williams. Williams pass intercepted by McHattie. McHattie fires that wide of the net. It'll come off the end boards to Maverick Mitchell, and Mitchell will come back out to center. Makes a move to get around McHattie. Now Mitchell coming in. Mitchell loses the puck, and it goes all the way to Doucette, who bats it aside. But the V's right back on it again. 1:04 left to go in the power play. Over to the far corner. Vander Tobin will get it there. Back to the line for Jewer. Jewer using the boards to get it to the near side to Sparks. Sparks behind the net to Vander Tobin. He's got Wren right out in front. The pass was into Wren's feet, though, and that extra second that it took him to kick the puck to his skate blade gave enough time for Doucette to get himself square. Now the puck cleared down the length of the ice. Wallace settles it there for Carew. Carew lead pass. Gauthier gets a piece of it, so there's no icing. 29 seconds left to go in the Voyageur power play. Broussard not quite able to clear the zone as Gauthier does just enough to keep it on side. Now John Hugh McInnes wraps it around the board. Sparks is there. He tries to go cross ice, broken up by Boyd as McKeegan was the intended target. Now McKeegan able to win the puck away from John Hugh McInnes, plays a shot that goes wide. Sparks sends a shot wide. It comes right to Gauthier off the end boards. Loose in front of the net, and a big play there to knock that puck away. And we're going to get a too many players on the ice penalty against the Highlanders. But let's take a look at this great defensive effort first. There's a shot that goes wide. It takes a bounce off the end boards right onto the stick of Gauthier. Gauthier puts it to the front of the net. And I want to say that that was Jack McInnes who was able to clear that one away from danger. And another penalty taken by the Highlanders. This one a bench minor for too many players at exactly 4 minutes of the second period. Penalty is going to be served by Ryan McInnes. And the Voyageurs on their 4th power play of the game. We talked about the fact that the Voyageurs power play has been very good in this tournament, 3 for 7 coming into this game. And the one goal that they did score, while not being a power play goal, it was in a sense a power play goal, as it was still it was just 5-on-5, but within the zone it was still really 4-on-4, as the 5th player hadn't gotten back into the play yet. Now the puck cleared out to center, 1:22 left to go in the power play. Bit of an awkward change there by the Voyageurs. That allows the Highlanders to get possession, and it'll be played back just to the V side of center ice. Williams gets it ahead for Sparks. Sparks battling with Davidson right in front of the Voyageurs bench. Now Williams knocks down that clearing attempt as the puck was now back into the Highlander zone. Played around all the way out to center. Carew will back up with it, being watched by Jake McInnes. Gives the pass to McKeegan, and McKeegan will come up through center. McKeegan drops off for Sparks. Over to the near side, Carew. Carew with a shot, and that goes over the net and wraps around the boards, down the ice, all the way back into the Voyageur zone. Sparks and McDonald were both there. They both overskated. That allows Gauthier to come and pick it up. Gauthier takes it behind the net, gives to Carew. Carew takes a look, plays it back down into the corner for Barrett, right back to Carew again. 20 seconds left in the power play. Carew with the shot, and Doucette able to watch that one right into his glove and hang on for a stoppage. 16 seconds left in the penalty, 9:16 left to go here in period number 2. A reminder, we got one more game left today after this one. It will be a 6 o'clock puck drop, or a 6 o'clock start time between the Armada and Kings Hockey Club. And that'll be the last game of the round robin. And then tomorrow at 10 a.m., we know the Cabot Highlanders will be playing tomorrow at 10. The only question is, who will their opponents be? We might know by the end of this game. We might have to wait until the end of the next one to determine who that is. Battle in below the goal line. John Hugh McInnes pokes it over to the wall. Beach will get to it. He'll play it back to his defenseman, Watt. Right back down to Matthew McDonald. In for LaBelle. LaBelle, if he had known how much room he had, he might have just turned and fired, but ended up playing the puck away. And now Matthew McDonald takes a bump from Reddick, and that allows the Highlanders to pick up as Jake McInnes gets it out to center, all the way up and gathered up there by Bowie. Bowie with the shot. That goes off a leg and wide of the net. Bounces high into the air, into the near side corner. Rennie will come away and take the puck around to the far side. Plays it back to the line for Oliver. Oliver's shot goes off the outside of the post. Picked up by McDonald. He tried to get it back to Oliver at the line, but that was intercepted by LaBelle. LaBelle takes a big hit from Rennie. Now the puck picked up by A.J. McDonald. McDonald trying to head towards the net. He's able to just tuck it through and underneath the goaltender, Logan Wallace, and ties up the game at a goal apiece. Here's another look. Reddick able to help create the turnover by delivering that big hit, and then McDonald just heads towards the net and just pokes the puck underneath goaltender Logan Wallace to tie up the game at 1 with 7:40 left to go here in the second period. And for A.J. McDonald, that's his first goal, but 5th point of the tournament. He joins a couple of other players on 5 points. Urquhart of the Kings. Braden Martin of the Kings with 5 points. Joel Verge of the Kings also with 5 points. And as well, Mathis George of the Thunder also on 5 points. Reddick with the assist on that goal. Now we're going to get another penalty. Jack McInnes is going to get one of the penalties here, and looks like he's going to get the only one. So another power play for the Voyageurs. This will be their 5th, as we get a boarding penalty against Jack McInnes. 7:07 left to go here in the second period. And you feel like the Cabot Highlanders are playing with fire a little bit here, going short-handed for the 5th time in this game already. The Voyageurs coming into this game were the team that had been penalized more than any other, but the Highlanders taking the majority of the penalties here in this one so far. And the Highlanders also getting significantly outshot in this game. It's now 17-3 after that latest save made by Leo Doucette. 6:59 to go here in the second period. 1:52 left to go in this latest power play for the Voyageurs. Puck comes around the boards all the way to Gauthier at the line. He'll carry it down to the top of the face-off circle, fire a shot, and Doucette with the relatively routine save hangs on for a stoppage. 1:42 now left to go in the Cabot Highlander penalty. Jack McInnes off for boarding in this latest one. Gauthier wins it back to the line to Sparks. Sparks switches spots with Carew, then gives the puck to Gauthier. Gauthier will drop it back to Sparks again. Sparks to Carew. Carew coming to the middle of the ice, gives the puck to Gauthier. Gauthier with the shot, save made, rebound, and it's cleared away by Austin Landry. Landry can't clear the zone, however, as Carew gets on the puck, plays it down to the corner for Sparks. Sparks will wrap it around to the far side. McKeegan will be the first one to it there. He'll play it back down into the corner intended for Carew, but it misses him. Austin Landry can't clear the zone as Barrett holds the puck onside, then gives to Carew, now across to Gauthier. Gauthier to the face-off dot, fires a shot, that goes off a leg, comes up the wall to Sparks on the near side. Sparks tries to make a pass, that's off of McHattie and out to center. And back to get it is Gauthier. 50 seconds left in the penalty. Voyageurs right back into the zone. Here's Sparks with the puck. He'll come to the high slot, fire a shot, it goes just wide. Chopping at it was King. And now it's picked up by McKeegan. McKeegan turns, gets it to Gauthier. Gauthier with a shot. And Leo Doucette will make the save and hang on. 31 seconds left to go in the penalty. 5:38 remaining here in period number 2. Face-off will be to the right of the Cabot Highlander netminder, Leo Doucette, who's been quite busy already in this game. 20 shots faced. Jewer with a shot, save, rebound, second chance, and another save made there again by Doucette. Jewer gets the puck again, now to the near side. Mitchell tried to get it across. A couple of more whacks at the puck. It's cleared to the area below the goal line. Oliver trying to work it free, but it'll be picked up by Vandertoben across for Mitchell. In front intended for Wren, but that puck is just deflected away. We're back to 5-on-5. Wren in the corner. Can't get onto the puck. It'll come up the wall to Williams. He'll play it off the boards to try and get it past Jack McInnes. McInnes can't get the puck to settle, but King will. And King will take it back behind his own net. Now out the far side, plays it off the wall, out to center. Jewer picks up there. Jewer, his pass, intercepted by Jack McInnes. There's a shot, and a save made by Logan Wallace. But let's take another look back at the opportunity almost right off of the draw. Here you see, played back to the line. Jewer with the shot. And then a good second chance opportunity there for Wren, also steered aside by Mason Doucette. There's a shot right off the face-off, save made by Wallace. Now cross-ice pass intercepted by John Hugh McInnes. Just noticing, I don't see Daniel Landry on the bench or in the lineup for the Cabot Highlanders in this game. Just noticing that Daniel Landry not in the lineup for this game. Maybe they're giving him a little bit of rest since I don't recall an injury to Daniel Landry. There may have been one that I'm just not thinking of right now. Now here's Jake McInnes with the puck. He'll fire a shot. Blocker save made by Wallace. Puck will come to Campbell. He'll get it back again. Now over to McDonald. McDonald to the front of the net, intended for Davidson. That's deflected away. Campbell back on it again. Campbell will send it down towards the corner. Davidson looking to come away from the wall, plays it to the near side for McDonald. McDonald can't get a pass through as the puck ends up under Siebold. Now in behind the net, Jake McInnes to Davidson. Davidson out front for McDonald. And McDonald couldn't get that one on, or does get that one on target, but it's steered away by the netminder, Logan Wallace. Played back to the line for Campbell. Campbell looking for a deflection from Davidson. Davidson lost his footing as the puck was heading towards him. Now a sharp angle shot and another save made once again by Logan Wallace, and he'll hang on for a stoppage. 3:02 left to go here, second period, excuse me. 1-1 the score between the Voyageurs and the Cabot Highlanders. Voyageurs again know that they will get into the championship game tomorrow with a victory here this afternoon, and it would be a rematch of this game if those two teams do meet in the final, because we know the Highlanders are already in. Broussard behind the net, plays it out front. There's a chance for Reddick. He puts it wide. Broussard tries to get it to the front again. It's played to Bowie. Bowie will get it back to the line. Oliver just holding it onside, but then he couldn't maintain control of the puck, and now the V's come the other way. There's Wren with a shot, steered away by Doucette. Oliver gets the puck up to Reddick. Reddick trying to work his way through. Now Broussard gets to it. He'll fire it towards the net. It goes wide and go all the way around the boards. To the line and out. Broussard back on it again. Brings it in across the blue line. Puck gets away from him a little bit there, and now it'll be picked up by Williams. Williams in across the Highlander blue line. Gets the shot away. Steered aside by Doucette. Back out to center. Hebb trying to settle the bouncing puck. Finally is able to get it onto his stick and play it into the Voyageurs zone. Under 2 minutes left to go here in the first. Sparks up the wall. McKeegan has it get by him. Campbell will get it back down low to Hebb. Hebb sends it cross ice. Jack McInnes will go pick it up, play it back to the line for Landry. Again, that's Austin Landry with Daniel not in the lineup in this game. We're not going to continue to worry about differentiating on Landry. Here's Barrett now. He fans on his shot. And then Landry takes a shot from Sparks before either of them were able to get in contact with the puck. Here come the Highlanders coming the other way. Jack McInnes plays it towards the front of the net, and it ends up in the glove of Wallace. And we'll get a stoppage. 1:17 left to go here in the second period. 1-1 the score here in this one. As we get towards our intermission, we will have a full flood and full intermission at the end of this period. And then a full 20-minute third period. Here's McClellan with the puck for the Highlanders. McClellan tried to pull the puck forward with the toe of his stick, but had it roll away. McClellan gets back on it though, but it's too many Voyageur players all around him, and they'll come away. Here's Gauthier to Jewer. Jewer with the shot. That goes off the leg of Landry, and it'll be picked up by Hebb. He sets up Jack McInnes into the final minute. McInnes fans on a shot attempt after the puck was disrupted just enough by Jewer. Now Hebb turns and tries to go short side. That goes just off the outside of the net. McClellan and oh my gosh, sorry. Brain stopped working. Watt was the one that McClellan collided with there. Now here's Boyd with the puck. He'll give it to King. King plays it off the wall as far as Watt. Watt trying to get it past King back out to center. Couldn't do so. Now Watt in the corner, being watched by McHattie. 5 seconds left. King will get on it. King will run out of time before he gets a shot away. And we'll get the end of the second period. Shots on goal, 18-7 for the Voyageurs. The two-period total, 26-8. However, despite the major discrepancy on the shot clock, the score after 2 periods is 1-1. So it's all left to be decided in the final 20 minutes. We'll come back and get you ready for that last period. Coming up in just a few minutes, you are watching the 2025 Nova Scotia U16 AAA Provincial Hockey Championship from the Rath Eastlink Community Centre here on AO Live, produced by Petter Sports and Streaming. Welcome back as we get ready for the third period here between the Cabot Highlanders and the Voyageurs Hockey Club. Highlanders and Voyageurs tied up at a goal apiece. Cabot already with a berth in tomorrow's championship game. Highlanders can join them in that game tomorrow with a victory here today. If the Highlanders get the win, then it'll all come down to the result of the 6 p.m. game between the Kings Hockey Club and the Basin Armada. Kings, Thunder, and Voyageurs all still with a chance to get to that championship game. The V's, the only team as of this moment who control their own destiny to get into that game. If the Voyageurs get the win, they are in. If the Voyageurs lose this game, it opens the door for the Kings and the Thunder, Fundy Thunder, depending on how the tiebreakers work. Now, let me be 100% clear once again. It will depend on how the tiebreakers work, what the order of tiebreaker is, to determine who gets in if the Voyageurs don't win this game. Here comes a shot taken there by Bowie. It goes high and wide. Campbell gets on the puck and he'll play it back around the boards. But the V's can take all of those questions right out of the equation if they can win this period and win this game. Williams with the puck now. He'll get it up to McKeegan. McKeegan, though, has it chopped off his stick by Theo Reddick. Reddick able to get it back into the Voyageur zone. Link plays it quickly across to Williams. Williams will get it ahead. Campbell knocks it down at his own blue line for the Highlanders. Now played across to John Hugh McInnes. Back over to Campbell again. Up to Jake McInnes, but he loses it to McDonald. There's a chance for Matthew McDonald, and his shot steered aside by Doucette. Now Siebold with it at the line. He'll fire a shot, and the save made once again by Leo Doucette. Couple of good chances there. We'll see the first one off that initial shot, and then the puck sent back to the line for Siebold, and the second chance shot there, and again a save made by Doucette. If the shots were the deciding factor, Voyageurs well ahead on that mark right now, but it's just one goal apiece. Wraparound attempt by Davidson, but Watt makes sure that there's no room at the end for that one. Now here comes Wren. He'll give to Vander Tobin. Tobin coming in. Sharp angle shot, and Doucette makes sure that that puck goes right into his glove and then hangs on for a stoppage. 1:43 gone here in the third period. And time for one of those statements of the obvious. Next goal's a big one. There we go. I know that really, that one's going to get me into the Broadcaster Hall of Fame right there, saying that the next goal's a big one. And I know a bunch of you watching at home right now are going, wow, that was insightful. Don't sprain your eyes when you roll them that hard, though. That's the only thing I ask for. John Hugh McInnes can't get the puck away. LaBelle will pick up for the V's. He'll send it off the wall down to Beach. Beach tried to get it back to Beals, but that pass didn't get through as too many Voyageurs too many Highlanders in the way. Now Beach trying to get the puck to the front of the net, and that'll be cleared away again by Jack McInnes. Now over to the far side, played back to Hebb. Hebb with the shot. The save made. The puck was loose there for a moment. And a dangerous chance ends up getting cleared away. Now a shot blocked by Beach. Puck will be picked up by Maddock Tobin. He'll get it out to center. It ends up hitting the legs of the linesperson, and the Highlanders take advantage, come back in. There's a shot by King. That goes wide. Puck will come up the boards. Campbell gets to it first. He'll play it down into the corner for McClellan. For King, that shot misses short side. Maddock Tobin now tied up in the corner. He'll play it to Carew. Carew will work his way ahead and come out to center. Long cross ice pass for Gauthier. Gauthier coming in, tries to go short side. That'll miss the net. Come all the way around up to King. King gives to Davidson. Davidson across the line, back to King. King with the shot, blocked by Williams. And now Mitchell goes across to Ethan Jewer with that puck. Jewer with a shot, blocker save, cleared away from the front of the net by Landry. He'll play it ahead to Jake McInnes, who lets it go through to Davidson. Davidson pokes the puck forward, out of the net to play at Wallace. His clearing attempt knocked down by Davidson, but he couldn't take advantage, and it's gathered in instead by Maverick Mitchell. Played out to center off the stick of Gauthier. Jake McInnes back to get it. Takes it behind his net. Now a long lead pass intended for Davidson. That pass broken up by Seabold. Now it'll be picked up by Jake McInnes again. He'll send it down into the Voyageurs zone. Wallace out of his net. He'll give it to Watt in the near side corner. Watt's pass right onto the stick of Jake McInnes though, and McInnes with a shot, blocker save made, and the puck deflected up over the glass and out of play. Take another look at that dangerous chance where the puck ended up in the crease, as we see the Voyageurs, or the Highlanders rather, come into the zone. There's the sharp angle shot, and the puck cleared away from danger. It looks like it was Beals, Beals, who cleared that puck away that was sitting right on the doorstep after it was saved by the netminder, Logan Wallace. Puck cleared out to center. Oliver knocks that down, back in across the blue line. McKeegan will give to Sparks. Sparks will carry across the Cabot blue line into their zone. Wrapped around the far side and comes all the way up the near side boards. Link looking to get it back down into the corner. That's broken up by Oliver and sent down into the Voyageurs end. Wallace sees that Broussard is coming in, so Wallace covers up and hangs on for a stoppage. 15:20 left to go here in the third period, still tied up at 1. If this game goes to overtime, that would be enough by itself to eliminate the Fundy Thunder. So the Thunder need the Highlanders to win this game for their tournament hopes to stay alive, and they need it to happen in regulation. For the Kings, depending on the order of the tiebreakers, if this game goes to overtime, that may be enough for the Voyageurs if the order of the tiebreakers is first tiebreaker is head-to-head. But I do not have the official list of the tiebreakers in front of me, so I am saying that as an if. Please don't anybody come after me and say, well, you said it would happen. I'm saying if the first tiebreaker is head-to-head, then the Voyageurs just need to get this game into overtime to get into the championship game tomorrow. Sparks takes McHattie into the wall, but McHattie able to get the puck ahead to King. Now coming the other way, that pass broken up by Oliver. Carew will get the puck to Sparks, back to Carew. Carew avoids the worst of a hit from Oliver and is able to get a little bit of space coming in. Puts it off the side of the net. Now Barrett below the goal line, trying to get some room to work, but he's got a man all over him. That was John Hugh McInnes. Now the puck comes right to the front of the net. Oliver will clear it away, but Barrett nearly picks his pocket. Finally, the puck does come out to center ice. Carew will flip it back in again. And Oliver back to get it. Puts it off the skate of King, and that gives McKeegan a chance. And McKeegan nearly able to put the Voyageurs out in front there after that turnover, the puck going off of King's skate. Now Tobin gets away from Oliver. Tobin heading towards the net. Backhand shot goes wide, picked up by LaBelle. LaBelle will send it back to Tobin behind the net. He'll battle with King there. John Hugh McInnes comes in, as does LaBelle. LaBelle trying to work the puck free Referee letting them know that it is loose, and now it is Maddock Tobin playing it back to the line to Seabold. Seabold tried to work it back down the wall again, but that's sent back the other way, and now all the way down the ice. Wallace out of his net. He'll ring it around the boards to the near side for LaBelle. LaBelle takes a bump from Jack McInnes, who sends it back down low. Seabold will get to it. Plays it off the boards to Maddock Tobin. Tobin, being watched by McClellan, gets the puck out to center. Jack McInnes with a volleyball spike sends it back into the V zone, but the next player to touch it was Maddock Tobin, so play can go on. Now Boyd at the far side. He'll send it ahead, and down the ice it goes. It was touched prior or after reaching the center ice line, so icing, of course, waved off. And now that puck, as it comes ahead, ends up hitting a player on the Voyageur bench, so we'll get a stoppage with 12:27 left to go here in the third. Taking another look at this turnover that led to a good scoring chance for McKeegan. The puck going right off the skate of King, and McKeegan in close gets a good shot away, but an important save made by Leo Doucette. Gauthier plays the puck off the wall, chases down after it himself. He'll get there just ahead of Austin Landry. Boyd trying to come in and help. He couldn't get a stick on the puck, but A.J. McDonald will, and McDonald will carry it out for the Highlanders. Now ahead to Jake McInnes. McInnes gets the shot away. Save made, and the rebound cleared away from the front of the net by Mitchell. Another shot, and this one is gloved down and held onto by goaltender Logan Wallace, and so we'll get a stoppage. 11:57 left to go here in the third period. 1-1 the score. Shots heavily in favor of the Voyageurs Hockey Club, but the Cabot Highlanders, as they've done all weekend long, finding ways to stay in games and get a bit of late game magic sometimes to get the victories that they have needed to get themselves that berth in tomorrow's final. Here's Vander Tobin looking to play it across for Carew. That pass knocked down by Davidson. Davidson, one of the players who's had some late game heroics in this tournament for the Highlanders, as he scored the overtime winner in the only game that went beyond the 50 minutes of regulation. Now the puck comes up the near side wall for Bowie. Bowie has it get away from him. Matthew McDonald trying to get a shot through. That's blocked. Sparks can't get his stick on it. Bowie couldn't clear the zone as Watt held it in. Now Barrett behind the net, taken to the wall by Campbell, and Broussard, who also had some late game heroics as he scored the game winner on a power play goal in the last couple minutes of the game against the Fundy Thunder earlier this afternoon. Or that game actually was this morning, not this afternoon, my apologies. Now here's Bowie with the puck. He'll get it down to Wallace, and Wallace quickly sends it right back out to center. Back into the Voyageur zone. Wallace this time will play it to the near side corner for Watt. Watt takes a bump as he plays it back around to the far side for Seabold. Seabold has some space in front of him, gives the puck to Sparks. Sparks over for McKeegan. McKeegan trying to cut to the outside against John Hugh McInnes. Plays the puck all the way around to the near side corner, chases it down himself. Centering pass, but McKeegan's line mates had gone off for a change, so Link had to step down from the blue line to get to the puck at the far wall. Now Bowie gets it as far as the line. Beach with a shot. It goes wide. We're into the final 10 minutes of the third period. Puck ends up in the feet of the linesperson. Campbell will dump it down now into the Voyageurs' end. Wallace out of his net. Sets it there for Williams. The captain of the Voyageurs gets the puck past King, but King able to get back in the way of it. Now Maddock Tobin will play it ahead. Beach deflects it off the wall to get around Oliver. Beach to the front of the net intended for LaBelle, but the captain of the Highlanders, Austin Landry, able to get in the way of that one. Now Watt at the line. His shot deflected on the way in. Ends up on the stick of Maddock Tobin. Tobin tries a wraparound. Landry makes sure there's no room there. Now Beach with a shot. He scores! It looked like the Highlanders were going to be able to clear it away from the front of the net, but Gregor Beach able to get his stick on it as Oliver had it stolen from him by Beach. And we'll see here, it started with the wraparound attempt. That was cleared away. Now Beach gets his stick on it and is able to put it just past Doucette. Maddock Tobin does get an assist at 10:51 of the third period to put the Voyageurs in front for the second time in this game. They led it 1-0. It was tied up 1-1, but now the Voyageurs, with the goal by Gregor Beach, his first goal, second point of the tournament, assisted by Maddock Tobin, puts the V's in front again. Now we're under 9 minutes left to play. The time of the goal, 10 minutes, 51 seconds of the third period. And we're going to get a penalty coming up here. It's going to go against, I believe, McClellan for holding. Or is it? Yes, it is McClellan who's going to go off for holding. So the Highlanders now not only trail by a goal, but the next 2 minutes or less will be down a man with McClellan in the box for holding. The 6th power play of this game for the Voyageurs Hockey Club. They are 0 for 5 so far. They did score one goal that, while statistically not a power play goal, realistically it was, in the sense that the player coming out of the penalty box had not yet gotten back into the play. So the situation was still 5-on-4, but the penalty itself had expired. Now here comes John Hugh McInnes. He'll just gain the red line and dump the puck down as the Voyageurs are on the power play. Maverick Mitchell will work his way ahead. He gets past McHattie, carrying the puck all the way through center. Now cuts around John Hugh McInnes, gets it over to Wren, and Wren with the easy tap in as Maverick Mitchell does most of the work. But Evan Wren, the recipient, and now it's a 2-goal lead in favor of the Voyageurs. And is that power play goal going to be enough to book the V's their spot in the final? What a pass right onto the stick of Evan Wren, and he makes no mistake getting that one into the net. Evan Wren with his 3rd goal, 4th point of the tournament. Maverick Mitchell gets his 5th point of the weekend, assisting on the power play goal at 12 minutes and 4 seconds of the third period. And now the Fundy Thunder and the Kings Hockey Club will need a bit of a miracle to try and keep their tournament hopes alive. Here comes Broussard trying to help them out. Broussard couldn't get the pass through to Bowie. Now the puck gets to the line. Boyd will hold it in there. Seabold, he'll play it off the wall and down the ice. Boyd will gather it in at his own blue line. 7:10 left to go, third period. Voyageurs lead it by 2. With the win, the Voyageurs would advance to the championship game tomorrow at 10 a.m. Here's LaBelle with the puck. He'll dump it down. Boyd picks up behind his own net. He'll play it ahead to Bowie. Bowie for Jack McInnes. In across the blue line. McInnes still with the puck. His shot goes off the leg of Beach, way up high into the air, bounces down right in front of the crease. Now Hebb trying to get a stick on it. He couldn't. Maddock Tobin able to find LaBelle. LaBelle will get it to Beach, and Beach able to chip it out to center. Sent back the other way as far as Jack McInnes. He tried to set it up for Hebb, but the puck batted away. And now LaBelle gains the center ice red line, dumps the puck in. 6:18, all that separates the Voyageurs from a berth in the final. Here's Jack McInnes with the puck again, in across the blue line. He'll give it to McClellan. McClellan with the shot. And the save made once again by Logan Wallace. What a tournament Logan Wallace is having. As we take another look, Jack McInnes bringing the puck in across the blue line, drops it off. There's the shot and the glove save. Logan Wallace, making no mistake about it. Wallace playing in all 4 games for the Voyageurs, playing all but 20 minutes of those 4 games, as Ryan Janes got the start in the game earlier this morning. Had a bit of a rough start, but Wallace came in relief and stopped all 17 shots he faced in that game for the Voyageurs as they got the 4-3 victory over the Kings. And that result combined with this one, if it holds for another 5 minutes and 21 seconds, will mean that these 2 teams meet in the championship game tomorrow. Puck comes back into the Voyageur zone. Williams with it. He'll make a long lead pass ahead to McDonald. Matthew McDonald can't get it past Oliver. Has to send it into the near side corner. Vander Tobin going in after it. He couldn't get the puck under control. Now it's cleared to the line and out. Williams will chase it back down into his own zone. 4:50 left to go, 3rd period. Williams reverses it back up the near wall. First one to it was King. He overskated it. Oliver then sends it down below the goal line. And Evan Wren, who scored the insurance goal a few moments ago, plays the puck as far as the line, sent back down low by John Hugh McInnes. Near corner, King tries to make a centering pass for McHattie. That was batted away. Now Link ties up King. McHattie comes in to help out. The puck comes loose, and Matthew McDonald will play it out down the length of the ice. And that'll be an icing call against the Voyageurs. 4:14 remaining in the 3rd period. And Fundy Thunder players and fans, Kings Hockey Club players and fans, right now both are big fans of the Cabot Highlanders, needing a big comeback from them to try and keep their tournament hopes alive. The Highlanders know they're in the championship game tomorrow, so it's not any pressure on them right now. There's a shot and a save made again by Wallace. And the pressure is all on the 2 teams who have to sit there and watch their fate get decided by a game that they are not involved in. Every athlete who's played competitive sports knows from time to time, when your fate is not in your own hands, how stressful it can be. How when you need another team or another athlete to hold your fate in their hands, it's always tough. Here's Sparks with the puck now. He'll carry it in across the line. Sparks with a shot. Blocker save made by Doucette. McKeegan able to chase the puck down. He'll send it around the boards. Boyd will pick up below the goal line for the Cabot Highlanders. Played out to center. Watt to Williams. Ahead for Barrett. Barrett will just send it into the Highlander zone. Out of the net to play it. Doucette. He'll wrap it to the near side for Bowie. Bowie will send it back and go after it himself. Now his pass misses his target. Bowie ends up getting the puck back again. Gets taken to the wall by McKeegan. Now chips it down deep into the Voyageur zone. 3:12 left to go, 3rd period. Carew around to Williams on the near side. Williams flips it high in the air. And gathering it in, John Hugh McInnes to Campbell. Campbell up the wall for McClellan. McClellan will dump it in. Carew will gather it there below his own goal line over to Williams. Williams sends it out down the length of the ice, and not enough steam on it for icing, says our official, so play goes on with 160 seconds left to go in the 3rd period. John Hugh McInnes ahead to McClellan. McClellan tried to feed it up to Hebb, but that's broken up by Beach, and Beach will send the Highlanders back 200 feet away from their target, down to 140 seconds left to go. Coming out from behind the net is Campbell. Campbell still carrying as he gets to the center line, gets it into the Voyageurs zone, but Watt right there sends it right back out again. Now gets the pass up to Jewer. Jewer with a shot, Doucette the save, and he will hang on with 2:02 remaining in the third period. Again, if you're a fan of the Fundy Thunder, you need the Voyageurs to lose in regulation. So you need the Cabot Highlanders to find 3 goals in a minute 22. If you're with the Kings Hockey Club, you need the game to at least get into overtime, and then depending on what the tiebreakers are, need a little bit of hope. But right now, the Voyageurs have things firmly in control with a 2-goal lead. There's Jewer with a shot. That goes wide. Puck will come up the wall. Williams will hold it in at the line. Now Boyd plays it up to Davidson. Davidson not able to clear the zone. Boyd gets it back. And he will bring it out to center. These two teams played 3 games against each other just within the last couple of weeks. The Voyageurs won that best of 3 series 2-1. Now the Voyageurs look like they're going to get another win in this game, and how much confidence will that give the V's going into that championship game tomorrow? As, again, we are assuming at this point that they will hold on to this lead for another 79 seconds. And if they do, you got to think that momentum-wise, everything will be in the Voyageurs' favor going into the game tomorrow, as they will have won the best of 3 series against the Highlanders in the playoffs just over the past couple of weeks. And then with the victory here in this game, as we're down to the final minute, here comes Vander Tobin. Tobin gets the shot away, Doucette the save, and he'll hang on to it for a face-off. 46.6 seconds left to go. That's all that separates the Voyageurs from their spot with the Highlanders in tomorrow's championship game. 10 a.m. the start time right here on AO Live. Petter Sports and Streaming, the production company that will bring you all the action from here at the Rath Eastlink Community Center in Truro. Williams will take the puck back to his own zone, play it off the wall up to Sparks. Sparks circles to get away from McHattie. Now across for Siebold. Siebold to Williams. Williams dumps it in right onto Doucette. He'll steer it into the near corner. Austin Landry blows a tire, but is able to recover enough to get McKeegan off of the puck. Now Sparks behind the net. He'll lose it to John Hugh McInnes, and the puck will roll to Doucette. He'll cover it up again. 14.6 seconds left to go. We do still have one more game here this evening between the Basin Armada and the Kings Hockey Club, and with those two metro area teams, it's going to be an entertaining hockey game. There's a shot. Doucette makes the save. As the Voyageurs fans and their players who are on the bench making a lot of noise, as the V's have booked a berth in tomorrow's final with a 3-1 victory over the Cabot Highlanders here at the Rath Eastlink Community Center. And there you see a very happy group of Voyageurs as they get the win. They finish with 40 shots on goal. Shots in the third period, 14-8 for the for the Voyageurs. The 3-period total for the Voyageurs, 40-16. And the Voyageurs, with the 3-1 victory, have earned their place in tomorrow's championship game along with these Cabot Highlanders for a chance at a provincial championship banner at the Nova Scotia U16 AAA Hockey League Championship Tournament. This not the tournament for the championship tournament for the league. This is the championship tournament for the province. As we await the announcement of the players of the game.
Great construction player of the game for the Highlanders, number 92, Mason Doucette.
Mason Doucette, who made 37 saves on 40 shots. Let's not take anything away from Doucette. Yes, he'll get tagged with the L in this game, but Doucette with 37 saves out of 40 is great. And Caden McKeegan, who scored the first goal of the game, is the player of the game for the Voyageurs, as his goal helped to secure his team a spot in that championship game tomorrow. That's going to do it for this one. We'll be back with you in about 25 minutes time for the final game of the round robin between the Basin Armada and the Kings Hockey Club. Until then, on behalf of my awesome cameraman Duncan McLean, as well as the rest of our crew up here in the broadcast booth at the Rath Eastlink Community Center, this is Michael Petter saying, may your skates always be sharp, may your shots always hit the top shelf, and elbows up, Canada. Thank you so much for watching. We'll be back with you, like I said, in about 25 minutes. If you're not going to be back with us then, enjoy the rest of your Saturday.